Yeah, welcome back to our uh, Top Theoretic Institute. Okay, so in first of all, can you please confirm I'm audible or not? Online students, can you please confirm?
Yes,
Yeah, thanks for the confirmation. So in the previous sessions, we have discussed about your trainer details, and also I have discussed about a in the Java full stack program. So how many modules available, and each module what is the content I'm going to cover. In the module one, I'm going to cover the backend technologies, right? So in the backend technologies, we are having the Java 8, Java available, Java 8 available, J2W available. In the J2W, JDBC, JSP, and servlets available. Okay, and also we're having the Spring Boot and microservices. These are the technologies available. Okay, and coming to the in this part, if you go to the interview, so which part interviewer is going to concentrate here. Okay, so mainly the interviewer is going to concentrate the Java 8. Okay, why? Because Java 8 is change the lifestyle of the Java. That's why the interviewer is going to concentrate on the Java 8. Okay, and also core Java available. In the core Java, there is having the some many topics available, fundamentals of Java. Okay, fundamentals of Java available, looping concept available, conditional statements available. Okay, strings available, arrays available, and collections available, exception handling available, file handling available. So like this, we are having different topics, but they are going to but interviewer is going to concentrate main on the oops principles. In the in the oops principles, there is having the four pillars of the Java. Okay, those four pillars they are going to consider, inheritance, abstraction, polymorphism. Okay, so like this, we're having four pillars of the Java. Those topics only the interviewer going to concentrate mainly. Okay, and also mainly they are going to concentrate exception handling. So first of all, what is exception handling here? Okay, whenever getting the issue in the application, how to handle the exceptions, how to handle the issues in the applications. Okay, and also they are going to handle the they are going to ask the file handling, how to insert the data into the file, how to get the data into the file. Okay, so how to perform the data on the file in the in the files, some data available, right? So with that data, what are the operation we can perform, in the file there is having the lowercase letter. Okay, and also it is having multiple columns. Okay, so in that multiple columns, how to fetch the data into the our application, and how to arrange the data into the application. Okay, so based on the requirement, we are going to implement the functionalities. And also we are having the Java 8. In the Java 8, there is having the multiple topics, like a stream API available, lambda expression available. Okay, and also string joiner topic available, optional class available. Okay, like this, we're having like a 20 topics available in the Java 8 also. Without Java 8, you are not able to crack the interview. That much important Java 8. Okay, and also if you go to the interview now, the interviews are not going to concentrate on the J2W technology. Okay, so even single question also not going to ask the J2W technology. Why we need to learn this J2W technology here? Why? Because we are having the Spring Framework and Spring Boot Framework. If you want to learn the Spring Framework and Spring Boot Framework, it's mandatory to learn the J2W technologies. Okay, why? Because Spring and Spring Boot internally uses the J2W technology, JDBC, JSP servlets internally it is going to use. That's why. So if you learn J2W technologies, everything we need to do manually. Whenever developing the J2W technologies, everything we need to do manually. But in the Spring Boot, Spring and Spring Boot, everything is automated. Compared to the a Spring is a older version of the Spring Boot. Okay, so if you if you use the J2W technologies, for example, whenever using the JDB, for example, I want to communicate with the database. Okay, so yesterday I have explained the architecture, right? So if you open the architecture, Yeah, if we see the architecture, okay, so here having the J2W technology. In the J2W technology, we are having the JDBC, JSP available, servlets available. Okay, these three are belongs to the J2W technology. Okay, for example, so by using JD, what first of all, what is JDBC here? JDBC stands for Java Database Connectivity. Okay, so my Java application available, my Java application available, my Java application wants to communicate with the database. Then we can use JDBC technology. Okay, this JDBC technology is a mediator between our Java application and database. Okay, so where we are going to use this JDBC technology in the middle. Okay, so simply JDBC is a mediator between our Java application and database. And also by using JDBC technologies, we can develop the persistence layer. Okay, so in the whenever developing the full stack Java application, in the backend layer, we are having the multiple layer. Okay, as of now I have mentioned only one layer, right? But in the real time, we can see the multiple layer. In the backend layer only, we can see the control layer, we can see the service layer. Okay, we can see the control layer, we can see the service layer, we can see the repository layer. Like this, we are having three layers in the backend also. Control layer available, service layer available, and repository layer available. Okay, in this repository layer, we are going to write the JDBC logic. Okay, in the control layer, we are going to write the JSP, like we are going to write the servlets logic in the first layer. Okay, in the service layer, we are going to write the business logic. Okay, so if you see the application, how the in the real time, how the application is available. Okay, we're having the different kinds of layer, guys. If you observe this architecture, this one. Yeah, so if you see in the real time how the architecture is available. Yeah, so if you see the architecture of this one, so you can easily understand. Okay, in the backend layer only, how many layers available? Control layer available, service layer available, and repository layer available. Okay, all the JDBC logic where we are going to write here in the repository layer, we are going to write the JDBC logic. This repository layer is also called as a DAO layer and persistence layer. Okay, so this repository layer is also called as a DAO layer or persistence layer. So first of all, what is this repository layer or persistence layer or DAO layer? A layer which is used to communicate with the database, that is called as a persistence layer. Okay, where we are going to write the where we are going to use the servlet technology. In the control layer, we are going to use the servlet technologies. Okay, in the service layer, what are the things we are going to use here? In the service layer, we are going to write the business logic. So what is the business logic is required? That business logic we need to write in the service layer. Okay, so for example, I want to generate the PDF, I want to get the data from the database, then I want to generate the PDF format. For example, I have a college, in that college 1000 students available. Okay, all the 1000, I want to get all the 1000 student data from the database, and I want to generate the PDF format. Okay, those logic where we need to write in the service layer, we need to write in the we need to write the generate a PDF logic. Get the data from the database, all the 1000 student data, and generate a PDF here and show the front end. Okay, and also if you want to generate the Excel sheet also, all I want to get the all the 1000 student data, and I want to show in the Excel sheet. I want to generate a Excel sheet. Otherwise, I want to send a OTP. Okay, whenever registering the form, whenever registering the form, at the time I want to send a OTP. Okay, and also I want to send a email. After registration is successful, the customer data I want to show in the email. Okay, I want to send a email. Okay, all the business functionality, we are going to write in the service layer. Okay, simply if you see, Okay, see here, first of all, how the full stack Java application architecture available here. So if you see this architecture, you are able to understand. Okay, first front end layer available, back end layer available, database available, database layer available. 1 minute. Okay, front end layer available, back end layer available, database available. Okay, so in the back end layer, we are having the 3 layers. Okay, control layer available, service layer available, repository layer available. Okay, in the control layer, our application from the front end, we are going to sending the request, right? Okay, customers is going to sending the request from the front end layer. Okay, this control layer, okay, so this control layer is going to handle the request and response. If you see this architecture, okay, so first we are having the user interface. From the user interface, we are going to get the request. For example, simply I will open the form. Okay, Flipkart application, so there is having some registration form, right? So login form available and registration form available. Okay, see here, whenever entering the mobile number, whenever entering the mobile number, when we click on continue, the request will go to the backend layer. Okay, simply this is the front end, guys. Okay, user interface of the application. Okay, this is the front end layer. Okay, where we are going to use that front end layer here. Front end layer also called as a UI layer, user interface of the application. Okay, when we click on the continue option, the request will go to the control layer. Okay, so when we click on the continue option here, when we click on the when we after entering the mobile number, when we click on the continue, the request will go to the control layer. Okay, the controller layer is going to handle all the request. Okay, and also it is going to send to the service layer. That phone number, it will send to the service layer. In the service layer, with that phone number, it is going to send the OTP. That OTP logic where available in the service layer. Okay, so it is going to generate the OTP, random OTP. After that, it will send to the control layer. From the control layer, it will send to the front end layer. Okay, not front end layer. So in the sometimes we are going to get the email format, right? In the email, we are going to get the OTP, or we are going to get the text message as a OTP. All the business logic we are going to write in the service layer. Okay, for example, I am registering the application here. After entering the number, okay, I am entering the number, I'm clicking continue option, so I'm getting the you are already registered the application, right? So for example, I will enter another number, some random number I will enter. Okay, 10-digit number. Okay, you are not registered with us, please sign up. Okay, so for doing the sign up, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, when we send the request, so we are going to get the OTP. This OTP where it is going to generate in the service layer. Okay, after entering the OTP, then that OTP like a we are sending, it is sending to the OTP where it is sending, it is sending to this mobile number. What is the mobile number I am entering? Okay, what is the mobile number entering, that it is sending to that mobile number. Okay, so where the OTP it is generated, guys, it is going to generate in the service layer. Okay, after generating the OTP in the service layer, it is going to send to the our mobiles. Okay, otherwise it is going to send to the email. How we are implementing backend layer. So whether we want to send a text message or whether we want to send a email also, it is going to generate. Okay, so like this, in the service layer we are going to write the business logic. Okay, so if you perform addition, subtraction, multiplication also, that is also called as a business logic. All the business logic we are going to write in the service layer. Okay, all the persistence logic. Okay, all the persistence logic we are going to write in the repository layer. What is the meaning of persistence logic? Persistence logic nothing but a logic which is used to communicate with the database, that is called as a persistence logic here. Okay, so like this we are having the JDBC technologies, where we are going to write the JDBC technology in the persistence layer, where we need to write the JSP logic here. Okay, in the user interface. In the user interface, we can use the JSP technology. Okay, where the user interface available. If you go here, this one. Okay, this is the front end layer available, right? So instead of front end layer, we can use the JSP also. Okay, so how JSP technology got developed, guys? By using Java, JSP technology is developed. Okay, so the JSP is a Java based technology, but Angular and React, it is not a Java based technologies. Okay, so if you want to develop the front end layer of the application, already the Java people develop the JSP technology. Okay, but it is a outdated technologies. Nowadays we are not using the JSP technology. Okay, why? Because we are having the latest technology in the market, like a Angular available, React available. Those technology we are using currently. If you go to any company, they are using Angular and React. Angular and React having the lot of demand in the market. Okay, so and also we are having the servlet technology, where we are going to where we are going to use the servlet technology, guys. This servlet technologies we are going to use in the control layer. Either we can use a servlet technology or struts framework also we can use. Okay, so it is both are Java based technologies. Servlet technology is available, struts framework available. Okay, if you want to develop the control layer, we can use servlet technology or struts technology. If you want to develop the repository layer, we can use the JDBC, or we can use the Spring JDBC, or we can use the Hibernate, or we can use the data JPA. Okay, so like this, in the future we are going to discuss how whenever developing the applications, how we are going to develop the application. So first which layer available, second part which layer available, everything I am going to explain. Okay, if you understand this structure architecture, then you can easily develop any kind of applications. Okay, so these are the backend technologies. And coming to the module 2, in the module 2 I'm going to cover the front end technology: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, React and Angular. Okay, I'm going to take any one technology, latest technology, either React or Angular, then I will cover. And coming to the module 3, in the module 3 I'm going to cover the real time projects and real time tools. Okay, so if you learn only, if you learn only theory and lessons, here some topics available, right? In the Java 8 J2 double technology, in the we are having the backend technology and we are having the front end technology. If you learn only technologies, that is not enough. Okay, with that technologies, if we implement the project, okay, if you implement the project, then only you can understand where we are going to use which topic. Okay, in the interview also they are going to ask where we are going to use which topics. For example, in the core Java we are having the oops principles, right? Okay, so the programmer, the interviewer is going to ask where you are using the oops principle in your project. Okay, and also we are having the file handling, right? At which scenario you are using the file handling technique. Okay, and we are having the exception handling. Okay, where you are implement the exception handling in your project. And also we are having the multi-threading topic, where you are using the multi-threading in your project, in your company. Okay, everything they are going to ask the real-time questions. That's why if you learn only theory and only coding, that is not enough. We need to understand where we are going to use which topics, then only you can easily answer the to the interviewer. Okay, that's why i'm going to cover the I'm going to cover the 2 to 3 mini projects. Okay, one major like one major project like e-commerce application or banking application. Okay, and also I'm going to cover the 20 plus real time tools here. Okay, maven, JUnit, swagger, docker. Okay, so Kubernetes, CI/CD pipeline, GitHub or Bitbucket or GitLab, both are all are same only, and Kafka available, Redis available. Like this I'm going to cover the 20 plus real time tools. And also if you learn only, if you only Java based technologies, you are not going to get the job nowadays. We need to habituate the AI technologies also. Why? Because so nowadays everyone using AI technologies only. Without AI we are not able to work in the company. Okay, so if you write manually, it is going to take a lot of time. For example, I am getting the requirement to provide the security to the application. Okay, so if you write the like if you want to implement the security features now, so we are going to use the JWT token. Okay, we are going to use the JWT token. So if you want to implement the feature of JWT token, so it is going to take more time if you write manually code. But if you use the AI tools now, so we can complete our work within seconds. Okay, just we need to give the prompt to the copilot. So every company nowadays we are using the copilot. If you give proper prompt to the copilot, so then it is going to generate automatically all the code. So then what we need to do here? Okay, everything is generated in the GitHub copilot. Then what we need to do? So we need to do the testing, guys. Here we need to do the testing, and we need to do the debugging. So then we can easily identify is it working properly or not. Okay, so why we need to do the testing? So we need to understand the application is working as expected or not. I want to test. Okay, so that's why first we need to do the testing after developing the application, after developing the logic. Okay, and also and also we need to debug the code. Whenever whenever we are facing any issue, we need to debug the code. We need to fix the issue. If you debug the code, debugging nothing but a I we need to understand step by like a line by line what happened. First line what happening, second line what happening, third line what happening. Everything we can see with our eyes in front of you. In front of you, the logic will be executing line by line. So that is called as a debugging. I will teach the debugging technique, very important technique. Okay, and also we are going to integrate the AI models. Okay, so we are having the lot of models, guys. GPT models available, Gemini models available, Opus models available, Sonnet model available. Okay, Claude model available. We are having different kinds of models. So those model we can integrate in our Spring Boot application, and we can chat in Spring Boot application also. Okay, so what is the course content is required for the for like for example you are going as a 4 years of experience. Okay, so if you learn my content, you are equal to 4 years of experience here at least. Okay, so like this we're having the four models, guys. As of now, any doubts, online students? Is it clear what I'm going to cover? Yeah. Okay, so we're having the Java today. Only I'm going to start the Java. What is Java? Why we are learning the Java? Okay, so before telling the Java, so I'm going to cover like a So mode of mode of class, like this course is available offline and online. Okay, online available and offline available. Okay, and I'm going to start from the scratch here. Okay, I don't want, like for example, some people are coming from the btech background, some people are coming from the degree background. Okay, so some people are coming from the mba background, like, right? So I'm going to consider all the peoples, so that's why I'm going to cover from the scratch, like a zero to hero level I'm going to start here. Okay, and also the duration. Okay, the duration is required here 4 to 5 months of the time. 4 to 5 months. It will take 4 to 5 months. Okay, and also I'm going to take the mock interviews. Okay, on Saturday Sunday I'm going to take the mock interviews. Okay, and also I will prepare your resume preparation available. Okay, if you want to attend the interviews, I will share the project. If you, for example, I want to attend as an experienced person, then I will share the resume. Then I will tell you how to attend the interviews, whenever getting the calls, how to answer the calls, and how to schedule the calls. Everything I will explain here. Okay, and also live coding available. Live coding. What is live coding here? Live coding nothing but a, in front of you I am going to type. I don't want to copy paste anything here. In front of you I will explain and I will type the code. Okay, so like this we're having the our course available offline and online, and duration is 4 to 5 months of the time. So I'm going to provide the mock interviews. Okay, who are going to take the mock interviews? My friends is going to take the mock interviews. Who are working in the companies, that person is going to take the mock interviews. Okay, and also we're having the resume preparation if you want to attend the interviews, and it is available live coding. Okay, this is about the course details. Okay, coming to the Java. What is Java here? Okay, why we are learning the Java? So I'm teaching the Java, right? Why I'm teaching the Java? Why you are going to learn the Java? Only for the interview or for the developing of applications? Okay, so first of all, Java is a programming language. Java is a programming language. Okay, what is the use of this programming language? Okay, in the market there is having the two types of language, guys. Already we have explained, right? Already I have explained. Okay, in the market, okay, we're having two types of language. We're having the human language available and programming language available. Okay, our Java is a programming language. Okay, already we are having the C language available. Before Java there is having the C language, C++ language available. Okay, in the C++ language there is having the some disadvantages compared to the Java. Okay, what are the main disadvantages available? Our Java is a platform independent and C++ are the platform dependent programming language. What is the meaning of platform independent language? I will explain the architecture, you can easily understand. Okay, what is the platform independent, what is the platform dependent programming language? Okay, for example, I am writing the Java code. Okay, I'm writing the Java code. I have written the Java code here. So before explaining the Java, I'm going to explain the C. How the C application execution happening. After developing the C application, how the execution is happening. Okay. So here I'm going to write the C language code. Okay, I'm writing in the I'm going to write the C language code. Okay, after writing the C language code, we need to do the compilation. Okay, what is the meaning of compilation? We are going this C language code we are going to convert from one format to the another format. Okay, first we need to write the C language code. After writing the C language code, we need to do the compilation. Okay, compilation nothing but a conversions. Okay, we are going to convert from one format to the another format. Who is going to convert from one format to another format? So we are having the compilers, guys. Not only C, we are going to compile all the languages. We are going to compile means convert from one format to the another format. Okay, so here we are having the compiler. This compiler is going to convert from C language code to the object code. Okay, in which format our compiler is going to convert, guys? It is going to convert into the object format.